Okay, everybody. Welcome to D&D again. This time, for continuing off where we previously were on the Griffic Nomads campaign.
Yeah.
Yes, you were all, doing stuff. Especially,
About
you
to
were all
lay
stuck.
about
Yes,
to lay some hatred on some people.
yes. I am looking for something particular here. Where the heck is the device here? I'm going to... I don't have music for that particular, so I'm just going to put one here. There we go. Alright. Welcome everybody to another session of D&D. Welcome. Hello party. Say hello.
Hello.
Hello. So, everybody, this is the Griffic
Hello.
Nomads. The group of adventurers who are traveling through the world of Ines, a homebrew world I have made for them to explore and deal with the problems head on. Last we left off the party, you were taking the adventures directly to a tournament of sorts. You are on the Heroes Festival, and so this is the third day of the festival, and you've gone through the first round of the tournament, fighting 2 Minotaurs and overcoming them with little to no issue, as you are far stronger than you were before. And as the tournament progressed, you were able to have moments to speak with some of the high players of this area, including the king and the drow prince of magic, as you were able to have a bit of a dinner with them, as you were given enough time to prepare and rest for the next fight. As you were there waiting and resting, you saw how a giant, a hill giant, practically destroyed one of the teams, practically killing one of them, but was able to be revived before any permanent death was casted upon them. But they were eliminated from the round, which means the loot pool is bigger now. As you were all huddled in your entrance to this arena, Wutas is calling for the next adventuring party. The one following party was the Wild Bats, and they were able to best the beast that they were facing, which was another type of giant, though it had 3 heads, a snake tail, a lion's head, and a goat's head. So they were able to beat the thing and kill it.
Classic.
Yes, and one of them was strikingly injured, being Wrecker, being the one who got mostly hurt because he actually aggroed the beast. One of them was strikingly injured. Sorry, did not mean to do that.
Was he a barbarian by any chance?
Yes, Wrecker is a barbarian. And so as the whole party settles and the people like acclimate and scream and just have a blast with this whole event, because this is the closest they'll ever get to an actual fight or see heroes in action. You see kids with wooden swords or wooden spears and staffs trying to cast and, being themselves in the arena, as you can see them from below. The festivities keep happening as they're preparing for the next battle, which is yours. As you are sitting there together with your allies, you know that the next fight is going to be against this giant. That much has been said to the crowd. You have 5 minutes before the next round starts, as they clean up the beast and start to drag the carcass off the stage.
Okay, so if I remember correctly, last time I checked, I had attuned with the blade.
Yes, you did.
Yes, so I was planning on feeding it during this battle. So
During
A
the previous
giant
battle,
feed.
but your plan was to feed the blade with a fight. But the previous fight, you weren't able to deal the killing blow, so the blade hasn't fed. And your character, me playing as your character, asked them that the final hit would be done by you. By your character. So that has already been said. You can say it again, to reiterate. But it's there. You can do that. And everybody's together, huddled up in this room. There are some clergy around, some priests, still trying to heal and lessen the wounds from the previous party. As you hear Wutas and the Chesters in the stage trying to entertain the people, you can talk amongst yourselves.
So
We're gonna face a hill giant. Who's looking forward to it?
okay, before I do anything, Angel, can you send at least a character sheet of the hill giant?
No,
The general.
no.
Hmm?
I can't give you stat blocks for monsters.
Forbidden information,
No,
homie.
no, no. I'm not talking stat blocks. I'm talking about like, it's a monster, so technically, I'm talking
Yes.
like a page from the book.
Like a picture of it.
Yeah, basically to know what.
Okay,
what
but
the hell that looks
what you asked was a stat block. I can't give
Sorry.
you stat blocks.
Sorry.
If you want an image of the hill giant, I can look that up for
Yeah.
you.
That's what I'm looking for. Sorry.
Okay.
Again, bad with words right now.
So,
No.
guys, those minotaurs, such pushovers, am I right?
Jesus Christ. I mean, hey, it was technically not. We've faced worse foes before, including the undead. So
I mean, that thing that we fought in the waterfall place, man, that was absolutely insane. Compared to these things, it's a cakewalk. I mean, I almost died. Varys almost died. We all almost died. That's what I'm trying to get at. I'm trying to get at that we all almost died. And if the odds of this tournament becoming harder look like this, we'll pass this in flying colors.
I mean, it's a pretty safe tournament. If we were to fall.
There you go.
Okay.
Por un momento pensé que ese era un druid normal común y corriente.
Nope.
Not gonna
That
lie,
thing's
I thought it was.
huge.
I thought it was a druid barbarian at first, and then no.
Well, yeah, unless you want to go for this guy over here, or this guy over here, which is the 5e.
Give us a fatty.
This one here.
It's a tight.
I mean, it depends on what you want. Do you want it to be slower because that's technically.
It doesn't
That's
matter
just
if they're. That's aesthetic.
aesthetic.
Yeah, this is aesthetic.
I mean,
The giant's
it
still a
matters
giant.
not if.
Giant's still a giant. This guy is bigger by a lot, and you'll have to deal with that shit.
Wait,
so-
does he feed in the
Dealing with the hill giant. Oh, snooze. Snooze, snooze, snooze.
What was that?
que cabe en el coliseo? Porque dice que es más grande todavía.
Well, it's huge, so it's 3 squares.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
They're 3 squares, friend.
Right.
They're huge.
Humongous door.
Jesus.
By the way, guys, I have something to confess. It's something a little too embarrassing to say the least.
Please tell me you didn't do something that will make us the laughing stock.
Well, not in regards of laughing stock. No, of course not. How could someone as badass as me be on laughing stock? Now, here's the problem. I might be a little too self-aware in fighting. Now,
What did
It's
you
a-
do?
okay, listen, I did nothing. I'm just becoming self-aware, that's all. And I might have stage fright by the next fight.
Are you telling me that the one that rode a mechanical bull for fun in front of the same people that are watching us is self-aware of everyone's watching
Well,
them
yeah,
fight?
but that's before I met someone.
Someone
Jesus Christ!
special.
Oh Jesus Christ! The giant is falling in love. This
No,
doesn't look
no,
like.
no. This is not a matter of love. This is not a matter of love. I assure you. Is that it's just a little embarrassing to fight in front of someone that actually wants to rip my dick off with her nads.
So it is a so it is a woman we're speaking of.
It is female.
Well, I thought I was clear about that in the beginning.
You were trying to hide it unsuccessfully.
I mean, hiding it was not my intention. What I was trying to do is more like escape.
Well, we can, well we can play with your feelings later a little bit. Right now we need a strategy. What we're facing is something that is clearly bigger than us, and I need to land the killing blow, or we'll have another catastrophe in our hands.
Not to worry, you can count on these muscles to chop it down to size.
Fair enough. That is something that is actually proven.
Well, of course, I tamed the mechanical bull. I freed the waterfall. I know I have more titles. I just forgot them.
Let's
You have the shiny armor.
Oh yeah, yes, of course. Yes, August of the shiny armor.
we,
The bat
we can
tamer.
continue. We can continue. We can continue this jerk off festival later. Right now we need a strategy to take that thing down. Give me any ideas. I mean, I'm pretty much useless against something that size unless I can effectively cast it down.
Listen, I got a sound strategy. How about I take my warhammer, I hit its big toe, it becomes off balance. By saying, "Ow, my toe, my foot," it'll hop on 1 foot, and then we have Mito turn to a owl bear or something, push it down, and then you can go for the killing blow for the head.
Wait a fucking second. You just gave me a fucking idea. Out of
I know
character.
I tend to do that. Yes.
Angel.
Mhm.
Angel. Question. Can Mito transform in any kind of beast when he's
It has to
using
be
his
a
druid?
beast. It has to be a
I am-
beast.
I am talking about beast.
And it has to be a particular CR that he has to
Explain.
be able. Druids have a level of CR they can transform into. Right now, Mito, I believe, can only transform into a CR 1 or 2 beast.
Fuck!
Nothing higher. There's a limit.
How high is that? How high is an owlbear?
Owlbear is a monstrosity, not a beast. So no, it
Fuck!
can't be turned into a beast.
Well, my plans went out down the drain. Can he
Oh,
turn into a
Mito,
bear?
you didn't tell me you can't turn to an owl bear.
Yo lo que estoy pensando es convertirme en algo venenoso, como una serpiente venenosa, enredarme en la pierna de él y morderlo constantemente, porque
Okay.
I mean, a bear works.
Remember we're dealing with. Okay, Mito, remember two things: giant, thick skin.
I mean, you saw him. He was huge, alright? He, like, overshot the whole arena itself.
I mean,
There's a reason why
I'm also-
bards had a tough time fighting him. Because they didn't have a sound strategy to beat him.
All right.
It's just me talking to
So,
Paris.
so does that mean that my strategy is in the works now?
It's a functional strategy. It's just I
It
don't
is
think he
technically
can
functional.
turn into that.
Okay, I'm going back to character.
wait, it can't turn into a poisonous snake? I have to go
You
Okay.
can.
You
You can.
You can.
What you can't is the owlbear, because the owlbear is a monstrosity, not a beast.
Yeah.
Is Varus with us? Is Varus with us?
Yes, he is.
Anyway,
Pues
Okay, I want to ask Varus something.
lo otro
Ah,
sería
wait.
convertirme en una Giant Constricting Boa. Y que haga
Boas are not.
You see,
still
this
not
is why Mito X is the man with the brains in this group. Now, I got a strategy as well. Varus is quick. He's fast.
Yeah.
How about we turn Mito into a boa constrictor, and he runs around his feet, trips him, ties him up by the feet, and we just try our best to throw him down on his back, and then we just come, let's face it.
Yo creo que funcionaría mejor si como oso le abrazo el pie para que le restalle movilidad. Porque he's huge. La boda tal vez le pueda circular alrededor del cuello, pero no amarrarle los dos pies.
Going back to the possibilities, I think I may have an idea. I think we'll go with your. I think we'll go with your strategy of stubbing its toe, but instead of it stubbing its toe, you're going to hit it. You're going to hit it with your work pick straight into his ankle. We need to weaken his base.
Just fine to me.
We need to weaken his base, and us, the ones that are not strong enough to take a hit, are going to serve as a distraction.
I'm a distraction. A few satisfaction.
It's gonna be the other way around, you know. The strong person is the distraction.
Mito,
Estoy aquí.
I think you're gonna have to turn into a spider again.
I'm gonna go. Pero
You have to do that, it's creepy, right?
Porque una araña y una serpiente. Las serpientes tienden a ser más venenosas que las arañas.
It's not about the venom. It's paralysis.
O web.
Bueno, si puedo entrar en el centro de la espalda arriba, donde no pueda alcanzarme, lo puedo envenenar constantemente.
Remember that you don't have a ceiling. The arena is open. There's no ceiling for you to get to.
I know that. That's the point. That's the point.
Hay un punto en la espalda donde los humanoides como que no alcanzan.
Well, he does have a club.
Well, voy a tener que correrme ese rico.
Yeah, you wouldn't run the risk. I'm gonna tell you right now. You could do that. Like, you could climb on his back and be there, but he can get a chance of actually hitting himself, just trying to hit you. And if he misses, he hits himself. But if he hits you, he hits you. You know, there's that chance of happening. So you gotta be willing to take the hit. Okay.
Okay, so going back to it, that is a good idea to distract him. If we can make him hit himself, it's like distraction plus damage. So I'm keeping that in mind. What I want him to do though, besides that, it's the webbing. If he can shoot the webs at the face, we can distract him while we run around. And Orgas can circle around him and actively target his ankles. Why? As soon as he falls to his knees, he's closer to us to deal insane amounts of damage. In short,
I'd like to take out my damage.
During this whole damn thing, Eldritch Blast is gonna function as a fucking distraction.
So your blue crackle thing is gonna serve as a distraction.
Oh yeah. In short, I'm gonna aggro him, and I'm gonna run.
All right, sounds like a fine strategy. I hit it in the foot. It falls down, and we just wait and let him.
That sounds like a fair plan to me. Anyway, what's that?
I'm good. Let's put some heads.
Let me get this.
My distraction.
Astrea. Wait. What is Astrea's class?
Fighter is no longer here. Alright,
hold on. Let me pull out D&D Beyond. Because my old phone is pretty much dead and I had all of Orgas stuff.
Okay. before we do anything, did we last session did we earn any XP or anything?
No. That has not been
Okay.
collected because you haven't done your long rest yet.
Okay, so we're still all level 5.
Yeah, you're all level 5 and you wouldn't be leveling up for a few sessions at least. Until this whole thing is done, you won't be leveling up.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So, as you all, come up with this plan of action, you hear Wutas from the other side of the arena scream. Well, it seems we have cleared the arena. It's time for the Griffic Nomads to face against Billy Joe.
That is the most hillbilly fucking name I've ever
His
heard.
whole
and I
name.
love it.
His
like
whole
it,
name
actually.
is Hillbilly Joe Giant.
God bless that name.
Yes. So, you hear the grate.
I'm expecting him
Open.
to have a mullet.
you
Or
walk
heavily
out.
shotgun.
You walk out of your room as light emanates. You hear the people screaming for Billy Joe instead of for you guys, which is a change of what happened the last round. You see as the giant walks out of his little cubicle, and he just, and you see him in front.
Jesus
I'm gonna close this to the side. You see
Okay,
him in
you need to
front.
take a screenshot of that. You need
Yeah,
to take
I
a
did.
screenshot of that.
I did.
That looks fucking awesome.
There we go. You see the hill giant in front, and there we go. And he is, swaying at the people, surrounding himself with the praise and the applause of everybody in the arena. He looks onto you and says, "Well, look over here, another party of dead meat. You care to have some fun, little ones?"
I think we will. I think it will be. I think it will be us having fun with you, old man.
I mean, I like fun, but more of like when I kick your ass fun.
Hey, Kenny! Is it okay if I kill them?
Oh boy.
The king just looks at the giant and just gives a gesture like, go ahead. It's like, you're having fun! You better be entertaining! I have an issue for a good fight!
All right, everybody.
I was expecting you to go very hillbilly southern accent with this hill giant.
I can't do that though.
Really? You can't?
I can't do that voice. I'm sorry. Anyway, you hear the crowd go wild and everybody getting ready. You pick up your weapons and prepare yourself for the fight. And now I'm gonna ask all of you to roll initiative.
¿Qué pasó que Alexis ya mostré?
Alright, Mr. D&D dice roller on Discord, please don't fuck me.
Roll a 12.
No confíe. Eso siempre me está fastidiando.
There's a dice roller on D&D.
Yep, on Discord.
Sorry, Discord. I didn't know that. Why the fuck?
It's in the Rolls channel. Which, by the way, we didn't change the voice chat. We're still on the lobby. I forgot to change. Anyway. Alright, everybody roll for your initiative.
As I said before, 12.
12, alright. Turn-based mode.
Initiative es destreza, ¿verdad?
Yes, Dex, plus the roll number.
Wait,
So, you rolled a...
I thought we just used the roll number. Wait, give me a second.
You used
If it's a
D20.
plus dex, then it's a 13. Hit it.
Víctor X 10, Astrea 2.
Astread 2.
Yes.
Thank you. You can roll the light again, please.
It.
We can hear you though.
We can definitely hear.
Yeah, that she just didn't want to be seen.
Still.
Yeah. This I need to change the name of the character, but that's fine. Hero 5. Orgas, how much you roll?
8.
8.
8.
Okay,
Kill me.
you're fine.
No weapons here. No weapons here.
Yeah. And Varus, I need to roll for Varus.
Yo, you know something that we forgot about?
What?
I don't think you ever gave me the stats for the blade.
I did. It's on D&D Beyond. You would have to copy it from there because I don't have time for that right now. So let's go. Apply turnover.
Send me a link. Send me a link. I at least want to know what the hell I'm using.
I mean, I think I already sent it to you, but that was some time ago, so I'm pretty sure you can't find it now. And I'm gonna lower the music because it's fairly
Pero
loud.
ellos no me dijeron, ¿qué pasó, Alexi?
Okay, so the plan is simple. We're going to run like fucking headless chickens to distract the giant, and I'm going to aggro him so he can follow. So he follows me, while Orgas goes for his ankles.
What
That
is
is
it?
definitely the plan.
But so that was the reason why you mentioned me.
Because he was asking
Because-
what you were.
Yeah, I needed your class.
She's a fighter. That's what.
My
you
class.
Yeah.
Alright,
So,
so-
Eileen, it is your turn.
Pero
Yo.
el Andrian fighter.
So where are we? Oh, we're there. Interesting.
you're all here.
This arena is more cluttered than I expected.
El Andrian.
Yeah.
All right, so what I'm going to do is I am going to
Leave.
wait. Move is an action and attacking is another. Fuck.
Moving is movement, and action is attacking or taking.
Never mind that. All right,
isn't-
so what I'm going to do
Okay, fine.
is I'm going to move over to the rock platform on the left.
This year?
No, the other,
Quité la cámara.
This one here?
the rock pillar. Yeah. And then I'm
Alright.
gonna Eldritch Blast him instantly. Let me go for my stats. So it's agonizing blast. So where be my? Oh yeah. Perfect. Wait, actually. Sorry. No, I'm going to Eldritch Spear that fucker.
Eldritch Spear is it's a modifier for Eldritch Blast. It doesn't change the blast itself, if I'm not mistaken.
I know, but it's got more distance.
Yeah. Which means you have 300 feet,
Oh.
but it doesn't, change the damage of it.
Oh well, actually, we're not that too far. So I'm gonna go for agonizing blast.
It's this. They're both equipped at the same time. You don't change. Their invocation's already set on your character. You don't need to change them.
Okay, I wasn't aware of that one. So charisma modifier.
Roll for your attack.
16
16.
plus charisma. Charisma is a +4. We're
Where'd
going
you
there.
roll? Okay. You have a +7 to your attack.
What?
You
Are
have
you
a
checking the
+7.
saving throws or?
No, that's your Eldritch Blast. That's your attack. Remember, Eldritch Blast is an attack spell.
Oh, I forgot about that. +7 plus the charisma modifier.
No, just +7 to hit. The charisma
No,
it gets added to
no.
the damage.
All right. So 16.
so-
Oh Jesus Christ, that's
So it's 20 something, correct?
20.
20, yeah, you hit.
Uh,
So you roll now your d10 and add your +4 for that damage.
Oh Jesus fucking Christ, that's nasty.
Mhm.
Okay, so D10. That's a 3 plus Charisma modifier, it's a 4. That's a 7. It goes for 7.
7 damage?
Wait. Yeah.
Alrighty.
It doesn't hit critical because I didn't roll a 20, right?
Yep, it doesn't crit. So,
Okay.
you attack the giant as the Eldritch
Oh,
Blast
damn.
energy hits him right across the shoulder. Some of the scorching energy skids off his body. It's like, that kind of stinks! And that ends your movement, your action. You still have your bonus if you were to do anything. Mito, you're next up, so be ready.
Wait. I think I have a spell that casts on
Wait,
on a bonus. Oh yeah. I'm gonna cast Wrathful Smite.
Okay, yeah, you prepare for your next melee attack. There you go.
Yeah.
You cast a spell, and so that takes your last pact, I believe. So previous round you had to use one, but you did do your short rest, so that reset it. So you should have your Hexblade's curse as well. So you have most of your abilities. You've used one of your pact spells, so now you have Wrathful Smite. Next attack will have a d6 damage, and they will have to roll a Wisdom save. That ends your turn as you prepare your blade, and you start to sense a wrathful energy around the blade. Mito, it is your turn.
Oh, it is going to be wrathful indeed.
¿Dónde yo estoy?
You are here.
Okay. While Mito is doing that, can you send me the link to the link to the blade?
I
At least
sent
to the,
you.
what?
I sent you the character sheet through Discord, direct message. So check there, and you should be able to find it in inventory. It's the blue named one, the black edge. Mito, your action, please.
Me gusta la nueva figura de Orcas.
Yep.
Yo lo que quiero es acercarme al gigante, pero detrás de un pilar y transformarme en la araña gigante detrás del pilar. Que él no pueda ver que yo me transformé.
So you're trying to do a sneak.
Sí, porque yo quiero pillarlo por la espalda.
Okay, well, your movement is kind of limited because of the arena space. So you're going to have to tell me where you are hiding. Like, you could hide back here or back here. Here's another area. There isn't really any pillars here unless you want to hide behind this rock.
Oh, Dios, muestra misericordia sobre mí, guíame. ¿Dónde puedo hacer lo que acabo de decir? Yo puedo ir allí y esconderme como araña.
This is your maximum speed.
O tengo que irme a la pared.
You can transform however you want. It's just the giant will see you transform. Even though once you show yourself, he's going to see you. But he won't attack you unless you leave his range, which is big because he's a giant. But other than that, you should be fine. You can reach here because of the feet. You have 30 feet of movement. That is the farthest. This leaves you here onto the fire, which is a 30. The closest you can get is here, and then transform.
Is that still safe?
From his reach, maybe.
Pues vamos a hacer eso entonces.
Okay.
Gracias.
You run up to this
Me
position.
da una paliza asquerosa por hacer el personaje nuevo que hice.
You transform into your spider form.
Y tú.
As you transform into your spider form and take position behind this pillar to have some sort of cover. Giant doesn't
Transformar
really
en
pay
un bonus
attention.
action, which means no he hecho una acción todavía.
That is true.
¿Sería posible hacer un ready action y cuando él se acerque a mí dispararle una telaraña en la cara?
Yes, that is acceptable because you haven't taken an action.
Then let's do it.
Alrighty, you ready yourself
Es que sabes
to.
lo que está pasando en la pelea, porque ¿qué es lo mejor que puedes hacer?
Okay. You are the giant spider form. You
And
would
you
be
attack.
using the web
Yep.
attack once he gets close. Got it? That would end your turn. Mito. No, not Mito. Orgas, it is your turn.
Right, I'm gonna move as close as I possibly can to him.
Uh, okay. Your movement is 30.
Or that you are to be the element of surprise in this case.
Yeah. That is your maximum speed right now. And now it would be. Are you going to do a bonus action or an action?
No, I'm gonna stay right here until I'm able to move again towards that spire that's right in the middle next to me.
Okay. Now it is the giant's turn. He looks around, sees you scurrying about, and he's like, "Little bugs trying to hide. I will squash you with my club." And he walks.
Boom. Boom.
Every time he walks, it makes a stomp.
So no es que no es que el juego está glitchando, es que
No, that's the game doing the camera shake because it's giant, it's huge.
That's actually quite epic when you think about it.
Yeah. Yeah, he reaches here, and because he has reach of 10 feet, he is able to hit you, Mito, or try to. But you do have cover, so your AC increases by 3 from your spider form.
And when
which
do I shoot my
is
baby?
14. You can do that, yes.
And I do it. Tan pronto se me acercó a mí, antes de que me ataque. I
Alrighty.
shoot.
Alrighty, then roll for your ranged weapon attack. You have a +5.
Eso sería destreza también.
It's a weapon attack, so not really any change. You have a +5. Just roll d20.
Rolling D20. Ah, aquí está. Rolling D20. Por eso dejé de usar el dado de 10 Divion.
¿Qué roleaste? Oh, you rolled a 4.
Más 5 son 9.
9. Yeah, that misses. As your spider form throws a web at the giant kind of like catches it with its club and just throws it to the side and goes to attack you twice. He is going to roll for his attack. 13. Does 21 hit your form? I think even with the +3 it does. So he hits you once and he attacks again. And hits you twice. So you take... You're not gonna like this. You take...
Right.
33 damage.
33. Ok, ¿cuánto
33.
vida tiene mi forma?
Your form had 26 HP, so your form gets destroyed, and around it was 33, so 4,
33
7 damage gets moved to your HP pool.
Ok, tomando nota de eso.
Yep. So I'm gonna destroy this form and bring back your human form. He just mocks you. He's like, "You were a spider before. What happened? Did you lose your cool?"
I just got stepped on by Big Daddy.
Yeah. So that ends his attack.
If I can make him laugh with that comeback, I can somehow throw him off. Like,
Yeah.
he gets it. You're funny. I'll kill you last.
Anyway, now it's Astrea's turn. Ahora le toca a Astrea.
What would Astrea do?
I mean, wasn't the plan to run away?
No, it's to fight.
And then Orgas hitting the ankles.
Yes, but you still need to do something before that.
What is my strongest weapon? Maybe hit him in the
Espérate.
head.
Déjame buscar la. No creo que llegues, pero sí le. Déjame ver dónde estamos ahora mismo. Yo creo que ella se puede trepar a ese segundo piso y dispararle flechas en la cara.
Well, yeah, if she wants to keep her distance, she can.
Blind him with an arrow. I shoot at the eye and I blind him.
O sea, como pueden ver, se emocionó, pero estábamos buscando la página de ella. Crossbow, un D8 más 1. Y lo que más daño tiene es el Flate, que es un D8 más 5. Pero por lo menos en lo que se te acerca le puedes tirar crossbow desde ahí arriba.
Eso sí se acerca ya.
¿Qué vas a hacer? Bueno, ya le...
Shoot at the eye. Here's my arrow.
Bueno,
Okay.
ya la escuchan. Trépala allá arriba si es que ya llega.
Ya llega, yeah. It
Ok.
takes her a whole movement to get up here. And she's able to fire a bolt at the giant, which, you know, he stands over the whole thing, so... Big target, but let's see if the arrows land.
Ella va a rolear un dado de verdad. Está con
Okay.
Do not forsake me. Do not forsake me, RNG gods.
No, do the roll.
Zero.
She
How much?
got a natural 20. I kid
She
you
got a
not.
nat
Ella-
20.
Yes.
Well. And that was with her crossbow light, so she can roll 2d8s for her crit.
But like, I get the eye. I got the eye and I blind him, right?
Vamos a rolear dos veces.
Okay.
And that's your maximum damage.
Tenemos primer de 8 es 7, fuera de broma. Tenemos un 7, sigue, segundo.
Nice.
Jackets.
Un 3, total de 10.
10 damage with one crossbow bolt. Alright, and you were aiming for the eyes?
Yes.
Alright, well, I'm gonna have him roll a improvised dex save. See if he's able to, like, move it out of the way before the arrow lands on his eye. I'm gonna say he succeeds. Based on... Well, he doesn't have much dex, but... as you shoot him with your crossbow aiming for his face, the arrow goes flying, he sees the arrow at the last second, and it lands right here. Like, right here, but not on the eye. It's like, ah! Oh, shit! Ah! What the fuck?
Le rolló un dex saving, no es.
He instinctively moved out of the way. You didn't destroy his eye, but you almost got it. That ends your movement, your action, and I believe you don't have many
But
bonus
then-
actions.
He distracted enough, at least.
You still have another attack. You have 2 attacks now. You're a fighter, 5th level fighter, so you can shoot again.
Again.
Qué pasión, Dios mío. And now you roll. Si sale otro 20, me voy a reír. Voy a... 18 más.
Okay, that hits.
Ok, pues no calculo los bonos. 18 da.
What about the... I rolled 2d8s. No, eso
No,
fue
you
porque
just
son
rolled a
dos.
1. You rolled a 1 now.
Only one.
Only
Uh-huh.
one, because the crits allow you. What crits does is doubles the dice rolled for that attack. Yeah.
7. Esos dos
Siete.
yo se los compré a
Damn.
ella. Y
7 again.
los compré con amor.
Yeah. This time you reload your crossbow really quickly and fire again. The giant's still distracted with the bolt on his eye, and the other bolt just lands on his nose like, oh, 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 oh.
Oh, someone needs to get me. Bueno, mi amor, le hiciste un crit.
It's
Y
a
del
giant
otro lado,
moving target.
de
Yeah.
8, que es el máximo daño, hiciste 7. Tuviste un buen juego.
You did a lot of damage. That ends her turn. Now is Varys' turn. Varys has a lot of movement compared to everybody else here. Has 45 movement speed, which means he can actually get to the giant in one turn. Does he have...
Bueno, lo bueno fue que sin flojo.
Okay. Varys will... What will he do?
Parece que la... Ay, yo feliz. Me voy para Puerto Rico y tú te consigues un carro. Y es porque...
Varys is going to try and use this feature he learned. He is going to run to the giant, get as close as possible,
Tuviera licencia de conducir. Yo diría como que va.
and he's going to strike him 2 times.
Ella no se busca.
He landed a natural 20.
Porque tú puedes comprarte un carro sin
Damn.
Yeah, he landed a natural 20. First attack would have been the quarterstaff. So that is a... Sorry, I'm not using D&D Beyond, I'm using this. So that is a D6 plus 3, and then the unarmed strike, which is 2d6s. And then he's going to use a key point to do the stunning strike on the second attack.
Small question. Quick question. How would you go about adding me to the campaign on D&D Beyond?
You're already on the campaign.
I'm not talking like that. It's like, can you add somebody's account to the campaign so they can monitor their or not?
What do you mean? You can mod your character. If it's your character, you can mod him. Pretty sure you're connected with your account. That's the only way you can make the character.
I forgot about that. It's like,
Yeah.
last time I remember, you were the one.
Yeah, I modified the character to have the things that she was using, but it is your character under your account. I can modify her because I'm the DM. So Varys dealt 23 damage as he punched the kneecaps of this giant, dealing 23 damage, and he is using his key point. He hit the knee and the leg. It's like,
how the fuck did he hit the knee?
well, he jumped. He jumped.
You know what? Fair
He jumped.
enough.
Yeah. And he used a key point to force the giant to make a Constitution save. If he fails, he is stunned. If he succeeds, he's stunned. He failed with a 2. So the giant is stunned because of the stunning strike our friend has. So, until the end of Varys' next turn, the giant is stunned in place. Aileen, it is your turn.
Fucking what? Varys coming in clutch.
Literal. Alright, so, where am I? I'm over here. Perfect.
Yeah.
I'm going to move. Wait, can you rotate the thing?
There you go.
Thank you. Alright, so I'm over here. I am going to move behind him over here. There's this, if I can. I don't know.
Near
This
or
black
here?
pillar over here. No, this black wall over here.
Black wall?
No. On the other side. Remember, I'm trying to distract him, and one way to distract him is
Oh, you want to
make
be
him
back
run in
here.
circles. No. The other one, the closer to him. The
This one?
that has a hole. Yeah.
This one?
Because it's
Uh,
because can I or not?
That would require you to dash in order to get there.
That's an action. Fuck.
Yeah, that's an action.
Alright, so I'm just gonna move on the other side of the pillar that I'm standing behind. Yep. And again, we proceed to Eldritch Blast.
Alrighty.
With yeah.
Roll for your spell attack. +7.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm still kind of new to using D&D Beyond, so I have to know what my ability power here. Abilities, spells. Where be my cantrips? Yeah. All right. So that's a 14. Where's plus a 7? That's a 21.
21. To hit?
Rolling that. Huh?
To hit, right? Yeah, that hits. Roll your damage. It's a d10 +4.
I got a 10.
14 damage.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. 14
That's max
plus
damage.
the charisma. Oh yeah, the charisma modifier.
As the giant is distracted with the arrows on his face and getting stunned, you shoot your Eldritch Blast and you hit him right square across the face, taking half of his helmet off, and he's like, what the fuck is going on here? As he's getting pummeled from every direction and being unable to even look in your direction because of his stunned state. That ends your movement, your action. You still have a bonus, but I don't know if you have another bonus to use. You already did your
Exactly.
raffle smite, and that's still in effect for a minute. So you're good.
I mean, if it were to stack, it would be a difference, but no.
Yeah, but it doesn't stack. It does
Let
not
me see
stack.
if I have anything else that I can do.
Alright.
Wait, can I dash with my?
You cannot dash with bonus action. That is a class-specific skill. Monks and rogues can dash, but you can't.
Can I be ready to dodge? Can I stay ready to dodge?
That would have taken your action. Yeah.
The bonus action is quite limited.
It is really limited.
Fuck. I'm just going to. Well, unless I have another spell. Let's see. I know Wrath was my. Unseen Serpent takes an action. The Crown of Madness also takes an action.
We're gonna say your turn is over.
I'm done.
Mito,
I'm done.
it is your turn. Mito,
Earth to Mito. Can you
Abner.
hear us?
Yeah, I forgot, se me olvidó que tenía mute. ¡Mute!
pues es tu turno.
Ok,
Ah.
quiero saber si él me está dando la espalda ahora mismo porque le está dando atención a esta otra gente, de una tipa que le tiró dos
Nope.
flechazos en la cara.
Nope, he's right in front of you. Like,
Pues está
ella está
mirando.
detrás de ti, tú estás en el mismo medio. ¿Sabes? Él está literalmente mirando a todo el mundo al frente. So everybody's like fighting him from the front.
Si yo
No
me
one's
fuera a
behind.
transformar en araña, yo tendría otro de la araña conmigo.
You have another charge for wild shape, so you can use that now as your bonus, and then try to get on his back.
Let's do it!
Alrighty, so you again transform
I
into
transform into
spider
sexy.
Mito.
Ay, Dios mío.
Transform into your spider Mito.
Ajá.
put the spider back in the initiative.
No, para otra partida a lo mejor me comunico con Astrea y que yo me transformo en araña y Astrea me muta.
¿Apruebo?
Bueno, yo entiendo que la araña es lo suficientemente grande para hacer algo así.
The spider form is large, so yeah.
Entonces una montura que puede correr hasta por los techos, tú tirando flechas mientras yo tiro redes.
You
Ajá.
could fall though, but yes.
Yeah, but that is
yeah.
acrobatics too.
Yeah.
Ahora saqué la bruta
Athletics,
que me
hold
como.
on, but yes. Mito, you are your spider form. Are you going to try and climb the giant's back, correct?
Yes.
As you scurry around behind him, get to his back. I'm going to ask you to roll.
And here's,
What should
here's
I
the
ask?
make or break. And
Yeah,
here's the make or break.
I don't know what to ask you. That would have to be a roll because you're climbing a person, not a wall. So
Si yo fuera a trepar
That'd
una
be a
pared, ¿qué tú me mandarías a rodear? Athletics,
Okay.
nada.
Destreza.
If you're in spider form, nothing really. But since you're trying to mount a person who is going to try and shake you off, eventually.
Animal handling.
Yo, that's for handling an animal in front of you, not you.
Yeah,
but-
Athletics, baby.
No.
Alright, I'm gonna ask you to roll either athletics or acrobatics because of the form. Your highest right now is Dex, so your acrobatics has a +3. And so you roll a d20 +3, and we'll determine if you're able to climb the beast with.
Ok, ya yo dije que D&D Beyond me patea. Estoy buscando cuál es el canal para hacer los rolls.
It's the D&D roll chat. Yeah.
¿Dónde? No, lo estoy
And
buscando.
Griffic Nomads.
Nice.
Es que yo quiero rolear mis
Only-
propios números. No quiero
Nice.
contaminar la suerte de tus dados.
Ay, Dios mío.
He's
Ok,
not
lo que tengo que escribir,
superstitious,
¿cuál era la fórmula?
It's RD20. It's a exclamation point RD20.
Exclamation point R D
1d20.
20.
I think
Todo
that's
junto,
what-
¿verdad?
Yeah. No, aparte, make the R space 1d20.
Ay, cabrón.
+3, so 13. I'm gonna say you succeed. Because, one, he's stunned, and second, he's a big boy. So you get on his back
Yay!
of the giant, and you're mounting him, practically. So he doesn't have much when it comes to like his ability to take you off. I'm gonna say that took your movement, all your movement to mount him, so you still have your action.
Ahora le voy a meter todo el veneno que pueda en esa parte de la espalda que es bien mala para azotarse.
So you're gonna bite. You have advantage on this attack, so you have a +5 to hit. Roll 2d20s or press, you know, what was it? Roll 1 I forgot how to do advantage rolls on Avery. But there's a way, but I forgot. Where was that? Avery D&D commands. Yes, you can roll. You can press exclamation point R 1d20 ADV as advantage, and it'll roll that with advantage.
Donde se me olvidó
Interesting.
perder el canal donde estaban los freaking dados.
Roll all the way down. Just roll all the way down.
Sí, lo dice esta rusa en sheet, text chat, voice chat. Ah, es que cerré Griffic Nomads por alguna razón.
Yeah, it's the group chat.
Ok, es exclamación R espacio un D20 ADD.
ADV.
AD espacio ADV.
Yeah. There you go. 11 +5, 16. You hit. So with that, now you roll a d8 +3 for the damage, and then the target must make a Constitution saving throw, which he fails. So
1d8.
he takes 2d8. He takes a 2d8. Now he takes 2d8 poison damage. So he took 4. No, he took. Oh, you did a +3, right?
Yes, está todo ahí.
Yeah, you needed to add another d8 because it's the d8 from the piercing and the 2d8s from the poison. So you have 8 damage. Roll another d8. And you did a 2 for poison. Okay, so that is 10. You did 10 damage on that bite. Yeah, he is not looking well. Like he's getting his life put to the
Shit
test
pushed
right
in?
now. Yeah. He's getting his life is on the brink of getting killed by a group of random
Misfits.
That ends your turn, Meepo.
Ya que nosotros no sabemos cuánta vida le queda al coso ese, y Eileen necesita matar al coso ese. Tú nos puedes, cuando vayamos a matarlo por accidente, tú nos puedes decir para hacerle un golpe no letal.
I mean, the best I can do is make him fall unconscious instead of dying outright. But it depends on the attack. Orgast, it is your turn.
Right, I'm gonna look around him on his left side.
His left, so this.
Oh, yeah, his left, that way. Good day, Giant. I'm your foot doctor for the evening. I see you have a massive infection in your foot and I must remove it. I take my war pick and I stick it in his ankle.
I roll for your attack. Pure on anarchy here. That's a +7 to your attack.
Alright, exclamation R, 1d20 +7, correct?
Yeah, exclamation R, 1d20, +7 if you wish, yeah. Sure does it. Well, that's...
You gotta be kidding me.
That's sad. That's your
You've
first
got-
attack. Let me
This,
check,
I
let me check
rolled
something.
nothing but a 2 and a 3.
Let me check something.
You know what, my next roll is gonna come from D&D Beyond.
Lo seguro, porque a mí D&D Beyond le encanta patearme las bolas.
That's why I rolled actual dice.
Of course, but I want Angel to see my rolls.
You have advantage on
It
the
makes things
attack.
fair.
You have advantage on the attack because he's stunned. So roll for your attack again.
Gotcha.
Oh, I forgot about.
Oh god, please! Oh, thank god.
What'd you roll?
Slurp. 17 in total.
I am sorry for the slurp. 17. That hits.
Slurp. Total.
Yeah,
Thank
that hits.
God.
You have another attack as well, so and that one has advantage as well.
Wait, I have to roll again, correct?
For your second attack, yes.
Well, hell yeah. I think this time I could. I'm gonna use my bonus action. I'm gonna go Thunder Smite.
Okay.
For this attack in particular.
Okay.
Oy vey, yes, 19.
Yeah, that was your first roll?
My second one.
Yeah. You can roll for double the dice or with advantage, which is what you should have rolled for. By rolling...
Yeah, my bad. Is that, well, I heard of the mechanic very late, and I keep forgetting to do it.
I wrote it above in the examples. I even pinned it, so you guys can actually see the things here on the roll channel. The examples of rolls. That way you don't have to, like, ask. You can just look it up. Alright, the second one was higher. If you were to crit a 19, that would have been a crit, but you don't. So that's 26 to hit, which hits. So you casted your spell as well as a bonus. So you did a Thunderous Smite? Right?
Yes.
You did Thunderous Smite, okay. Okay. The creature must succeed a strength saving throw or be pushed 10 feet and be knocked prone. Yay.
Does that apply to size? It doesn't apply to size, doesn't it?
It doesn't take care of size. They will be pushed 10 feet and will drop prone if they fail their strength save.
Oh, well, it's a hill giant. He'll fucking survive the strength saving throw.
Maybe. So you do 2d6 thunder damage, additional to the 2d8s of damage you would be applying because of your 2 hits with your war pick. So you can add those up as well, like write
2d8 plus 2d6.
2d6 plus 8, because you have a +4/+4 for your war pick.
I'm not adding both +4s, right? I am? So
You are. Yeah. You forgot the R.
Whoops.
Just copy and add the R. Ooh, 23.
I can't believe I rolled a 1
Yeah.
with that fucking
You
2d8.
max a dice and then you roll a 1 on the next attack. But you did
Kill
8
me.
damage with your thunderous attack, and all of that together is 23 damage. My god. Do paladins ever chill? And now the
Paladins
giant...
don't chill.
No, they never chill. So now the giant will have to make a strength saving throw. He doesn't, because he's stunned. You know what happens when you're stunned and you're forced to make a dex or strength saving throw? It automatically fails. So, Mr. Giant here gets hit with your war pick as you... as the whole arena just erupts with this thunderous smite. Everybody cowering in the large noise. The giant sent flying 10 feet with with Mito on his back. He is knocked prone onto the ground. Still unable to move.
Pregunta. Me va a caer encima mío por la posición en la que estoy jugando.
Okay, he's prone. He's prone. He's not on his back. He's on his belly.
Yeah, he's like on the ground. He didn't squash you, though he could have tried, but he can't move. He can't do anything. He is stunned. So he is knocked.
After that, I look at Eileen.
Stunned, and took a shitload of damage from 23.
After that, I look at Eileen. I give a thumbs up. Was that part of the plan?
No, that is quite perfect, as a matter of fact.
Well, then I guess we're gonna have to skip to the final part, which is my favorite part, and that's bashing its face in.
The giant can't move or do anything because it's stunned.
Oh.
So Astrea, it's your turn.
Oh my god, Alex, do you smell it? Do you smell that in the air? I think I'm actually kind of sorry. But I think Angel is kind of salty right now.
No, I'm
That's
not.
that's called
just-
cheese. That's called cheese.
It's just that I'm using the character's strategy and it it's working too well. That's all I'm gonna be saying.
Literally, the strategy was, we like Orgast, you hit his ankles. The rest of us run like fucking headless chickens, distract his ass, and it's working.
Yep. So
Hell
Astrea,
yeah.
it's your turn.
Si quieres una china.
He is knocked prone, so that means he's on the ground. If you use a ranged weapon, like if we were to follow the rules, you would be rolling with disadvantage. So the only way to actually hurt him would be to run up to him and hit him with a melee. Or try your luck in hitting a giant that's on the ground.
Si él falla, me voy a reír. Te traje una para ti. ¿O quieres una?
I just will take a little bit of yours.
Ah, pues yo abro una y la parto por la mitad. Voy a quitarme la caja no está el sofá.
Like, as I'm
Ahora.
waiting for everybody else to,
Ya
as I'm waiting for
Hola.
everybody else, I'm spamming the general chat with memes.
Le dice, ¿qué pasó con Astrea que la llamaron?
Que es su turno.
Ok, pues, ¿qué vas a hacer?
Wait, okay.
Check out the general
I
chat.
am checking.
Should I attack or should I hide?
The creature is knocked, stunned, and it won't be able to do anything. So if you're able to hit him, the suggestion is to hit him. Yeah. I know what that is.
¿Te interesa? Yo creo que tú le puedes llegar a él y darle 2 flailazos.
Es que como if he sticks skin, would it affect him?
I mean, you're still hitting him, like, really hard. Like, he is bleeded, he is breathing heavily, he is taking damage, alright? There hasn't been an attack that has missed. Because you guys are just on a roll, really.
Yeah.
So I flayed. I flayed.
Alright. You jump down and run to his grounded body. And you have advantage on your attacks because 1, he's stunned, and 2, he's prone. So, roll for your attacks.
Roll 1, 12. Pero, mi amor, espérate, eso es un de 12. Salió un 12 en un de 12. Para que vean la suerte que ella tiene con esos dados.
You have to roll a 20, but yes.
Ahora, tirando el de 20.
Please.
¿Qué salió? 4. Tira el próximo dado.
¿Otro?
Porque tienes ventaja. So, tiras 2 dados y se coge el número más grande. 13 más cuánto?
13 más el flail. Más 1 más 8.
Pues eso sería más de 20. ¿Eso le da?
21, so yes. Le da el primer ataque. You can roll for your second attack. With advantage.
Lo que vas a atacar 2 veces. Pues porque lo dejo otra vez. Es que él está noqueado en el piso, por eso es que tiene ventaja.
Que no tenemos el Persistent Animation de en el piso todavía.
Ok, primer
But we'll
round
get
son
that
2, el segundo round son 5. 5 más 8 son 13. 13 da.
Ese fue el más alto.
Es 5, correcto.
Yeah, that one misses. Sadly.
Okay.
So, te dieron el primer ataque con un 8 más 5. So, rolea un D8 más 5. Y es el daño final. Estrella runs up to the giant and flails to hit the giant. Hits him right across the stomach. And then when she goes to flail again, she hits the belt. Dealing, like, making him uncomfortable, but didn't really deal
Todavía no hemos
much damage.
roleado los daños de. Todavía no hemos roleado el daño de ella.
I know, I'm just giving the description. So how much damage is that? It's 5 plus
Bleh.
1d8.
Señores, señores, pueblo de Puerto Rico, 7.
Damn, she's doing a lot of 7s.
Ya,
Those are lucky now.
yo te digo, estos dos la quieren a ella. Los dos y los dos, el 4 y el 5 que salieron, porque los dados tienen que respetar la ley del balance. Pero como ella tenía ventaja, pues no afectaron tanto.
Yep, that ends her turn.
Ella está besando los dados ahora mismo.
The giant's stun ends the second it is Varys' turn. And Varys is going to try and punch him to sleep.
I mean, it may end, but afterwards it's my turn, so he's getting. He's getting
Yeah, but
this
he's
knock
gonna
either
he's
way.
gonna he's gonna try and punch him to sleep. So here we go. A 19 and a 13. His attack is ridiculously high, right? Come on, come on. His attack is a +6, so 25 and a 19. They both hit, which is 2d6s +3. 8 plus 6. 14. And as Varys jumps on top of him and just punches him across the face, the giant spits out a giant tooth into the sand and just looks at Varys and goes, "You're the most annoying bug I've ever fought."
Hell yeah, that's Kino.
Pero con el juego de la China. Sí, es exacto.
Varys
Pasa que
ends his turn.
Esto es lo que sabe llamar.
Aileen, it is your turn.
Botón líquido que muere.
Is it still prone?
It is.
Excellent. And I'm aiming for the neck with the Wrathful Smite.
You can, yes. You have to get close because it's a melee attack. And you have advantage because he's prone.
Yeah. That's why.
Go on.
La China hace que la
Wait, My whip. Where's me? My equipment.
y eso te lo recomiendo. Y con ese
Anyway, so going in for the kill to the neck.
Your Black Edge, correct?
como si estuviera sacando un barrito.
Alright, so the damage. The damage now. The attack is roll a d20.
You rolled 2d20s because you have advantage on the attack. The highest number is the one you will be using.
Let me pull another set.
Alright, don't take forever now. We got people
Right,
watching.
they're right here though. They're right here.
Alrighty.
There we go.
Alright. 2d20s again, advantage, so highest number, you have a +7 to your final roll.
Oh Jesus Christ! This is gonna
Yo creo que esto es diferente también.
Pues de ese diferente para el grande.
15.
Esto, lo que yo te estoy diciendo es. Ven el rayo de pulpa y cáscara. Se complementan.
So we got 15 plus 7. That is a 22.
Creo. No,
That's a 22. So
Yeah,
that's it.
alright.
Spike. Anyway, so
How much damage is that?
Thinking it, what? That is a checking. That it Wait, it has two sets here because it says 1d8 plus 4, but then it says in between parentheses 1d10 plus 4.
Que sea un poquito más chabón.
Because it's a versatile weapon, so the 1d8 is when you're one-handing it, and a 1d10 is when you're two-handing it. We're using two hands on the blade.
So I'm going for the 1d10.
Alright. You go for the... You're supposed to say that beforehand, but that's fine. Yeah, you're supposed to say that beforehand, but that's fine. It's still the end of the match, so go.
Okay, so I roll. That's a 2 plus 4. That's 6. Then allow me to take into account Wrathful Smite. That is 1d6 psychic damage.
Yeah.
That is fucking nasty. Boy, if I pull a fucking 6 here. I pulled a 4. Fair enough.
Alright, so that's...
But the spell bonus though.
Okay.
It's 10. I don't think Raffle gives you... Where is it?
No, I'm talking about the spell attack modifier.
La cáscara se está rompiendo.
Because I have a plus 4 modifier.
Yeah.
I'm adding that to Wrathful Smite, so...
Alright, it's still
That's a
10 damage, I think.
It's 8.
Either way.
It's 1d6. I got a 4. Plus 4, that's 8. So it's like 8 psychic damage plus... How much physical damage?
Why do you have 8 damage?
Okay, so... I'm checking the Wrathful Smite. I'm checking Wrathful Smite, not...
Yeah, Raffle Smite, it deals an extra attack of 1d6 psychic damage. Additionally, if the target must make a saving throw, there isn't more damage from that. Right, so it's
No,
the 4
that's
from the attack, the 4
modifier.
from psychic.
It's a modifier. It's a
Alright.
modifier. It's a spell modifier.
There's the spell modifier
Sorry.
isn't applied in Raffle Smite.
Alright, then that's fine. Then that's a 4.
That's why I'm like trying to understand what
Alright.
your logic was.
Not bad.
It doesn't
Not
get
bad.
applied unless the spell says that you take a certain damage or a modifier. Then it doesn't take it. Most spells don't. That's why. So you deal 8 damage to the creature. My question to you now, my friend, is how do you do this?
What?
That's what I'm talking about. N-word. That's what I'm talking about.
I am going to swing down on his neck. It's a
Okay.
long sword. While I could thrust and just jab it in, I think swinging down on the spine would be more effective.
Okay. Alright, so as you take your blade and you run up to the creature, you hoist the blade up to the sky. The blade gets surrounded with this raffle energy, and as you strike down onto the creature, you suddenly feel the area around you start to slow down for a bit as the blade touches his neck. You start to feel the energies from that creature, his life essence, start to be absorbed into the blade. You start to feel it coursing through your veins, through your soul. You feel the bloodlust that you were feeling start to die down as the blade sinks into the neck, and blood starts to spur everywhere. This darkest energy starts to spill around you, and then subsides. The blade sits still on his neck, covered in blood and guts. The hunger you were feeling before has subsided. And you gain, if I'm not mistaken, you gain temporary hit points equal to your character level +1.
If you only see my face right now.
6 temporary?
No,
I mean, we
gain
want to.
6.
That shit was fucking rad.
Yeah, so you gain 6 temporary hit points after this kill. As the energy starts to surround you, internally you feel the soul that was devoured. Or at least an essence of it.
I saw this. I saw this, right?
Everybody did.
Yeah. Yeah,
Everybody
I
did.
think the 10,000 people in the arena saw it too.
Yeah. As they see the giant be fallen in the ground, there's a silence in the arena. Everybody's just staring at each other. Like you hear a kid, Billy, are you okay? Billy?
Oh my god!
And the people are like, oh my god, somebody save him! It's like the people started crazy because they started to see the giant as a sports creature more than anything. And everybody starts panicking, and it's like the gates open and there's a silence. There's a silence in the room and people start panicking. You start to hear a small shatter and you see priests running in your general direction. It's like, move, give me some space. And they move you to the side. And you see that the priests close the wound of the giant and try to cast Revivify.
Oh, that's
Which-
not gonna happen.
Which this is going... You devour an essence, not the whole soul, but still. If they roll really low, the giant is dead.
No, pero si yo fuera, no fuera porque Eileen necesitaba el alma de ese tipo, yo quería que lo dejáramos vivo.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah. So they rolled a 15 plus their spell modifier. So you see them like focusing on their spell, and then you see a shimmering light. You hear the crowd. He's back. He's got it.
Oh my god.
Panic. You see the giant get up. Oh god. You guys are frightening.
Pero todavía estoy en la espalda de él.
No, you would have fallen off once he died. Yeah.
Ah, get it off me!
So I'm just going to take.
Get off my back already!
I'm just going. This is probably gonna stain my fucking robes, but I'm gonna take the edge of my cloak and just wipe the blood off the blade. I know that it's probably loving the fact that it's caked in blood. But one thing that I know about weapons is leave any blood on it and you're fucked.
Yeah, the blade will get rusted a lot sooner. It starts to deteriorate a lot faster because blood clots the blade. It damages a lot quicker if you don't clean it. So, the whole fighting ends. The crowd of the people are cheering, not because of your victory, but because he's alive. And for a moment at least, they're happy. The battle was, successful. They were able to bring him back from death, even if half of his soul maybe was taken by your blade. You don't know how much, but still. The crowd of the people are, anxious to see the results or whatever. Wu-Taz intervenes. Well, that was a very interesting fight! Give it up for the Griffic Nomads and their victory! I would have preferred it Billy won!
That did not go as I thought it would go.
Well, as you're escorted
that took
back
a
out
really
of
nice
the
turn.
arena. Yeah. You're escorted out of the arena.
To be honest, it felt like everybody had haste plus poison touch. It's like, just, no!
Yeah, and so as you're taken out of the arena, you hear some people shouting for your name, and you hear others just screaming for Billy, like, hope you're okay, this was just one, you'll get the next one, and stuff like that, and Bill's like, you hear just murmurs by the time you exit the arena. as the people conglomerate and celebrate. As you get to the room, you see that the group of knights who wear the sun as their banner are waiting for their next turn. As, you know, the giant is getting acclaimed, you walk down the stairs to meet them as they're prepared and ready for their next bout. You see that one of their members speaks up. Well, that was a very interesting fight you had in there. Not to mention, you controlled that giant through the whole match. I don't think any of you took any damage. At least, non-lethal.
I did.
Yeah, it was very interesting.
Well, you look fine. That's a compliment
You know
for
what?
your abilities.
You know what? Well, I'm gonna do something because I'm trying to keep the mystery between them. I don't know if they're recognizing or not, so I'm just going to keep the hood of my cloak over because I don't want to reveal my face to them.
Okay.
And it's like I'm gonna talk as if I'm somebody else, but I'm trying not to incite a fight just now.
Okay.
For two reasons. One, while we could probably just decimate them, we have somebody who actually took the hit. And spider form no less, so that's gotta fucking hurt.
He took some of that damage over because it was hit for 33 and the beast only had 26. So he took like 9 damage from that attack. From that all attack, so.
So it was like.
Yeah. So you put your hood up and interact with as little as possible, or try to. As you are there with this group of people. They have a couple of minutes before they head into the arena to face whatever creature they need to face. You see that one of them takes notice of your form, as you're a tiefling, and kind of just avoids mentioning anything, but you're getting, you know that feeling when someone's staring at you, and you're not looking at them? You feel that on your eyes, and when you search around the room, you find that one of them is
staring.
looking. Yeah, somebody is staring at you, but in the moment you look, he looks away. One of the banners goes, well, I don't know which beast we need to fight, but if you're inexperienced, it seems control of the arena was the key to victory. So he talks to the whole party.
It could be not. It depends on what type of creature and their personality. That's the only thing I'm gonna say.
Of course, many creatures have some sort of quirk or personality or strategies. Most creatures are intelligent enough to tell when to strike and when to evade combat, or try to get the upper hand. That being said, I'm sure that the beast we'll be fighting does not have much strategy. Ours need to be superior when it comes to defense and tactics. You see that Wedge perks up. It's like, Captain, I think we should discuss our strategies elsewhere. We don't need to spend too much time now. We are going next. You're right. If you excuse us, we're going to talk strategies now, and they start to head in that general direction. You see that one of them, Kyria, is the one that was staring at you. And as you try to walk away or get some distance, he walks in front of you, like adjacently to you, and like lifts his hand up to stop you for a moment. And he asks, in a voice, is your name Vanifir?
No. I do not know anyone of that name, sadly.
He lowers his hand and a bit of relief enters his name as he believes you. Thank God. If you were Vanifir, we would have had to strike you down. You've never heard that name.
his group, and then I join up with him.
Well, I only have a few minutes, but I believe you should know. Seeing as you fight with your friends and protect them, you are not part of that evil cult. He leans towards you, and he says, Bannefer is one of the heads of the cults of elemental evil, specifically the elemental evil of fire. We are trying to hunt her down, at least me and my brethren, and we know to distinguish Tiefling from Tiefling. You have a heart of, not heart of gold, but I'd say a cold heart with some embrace. But Bannefer is filled with hatred. She wants to burn the world and give it to her elemental prince. That much is what our gods tell us. Our brothers from our sister's church don't see it that way, though. And if they see you, they will mistake you for her.
Understood. You know, I'm actually gonna take this risk. I'm actually gonna take this fucking risk.
Go ahead.
You know, I have been recently investigating the cults of elemental evil. Seems like the god I worship, sadly, my sisters have been struck down as well. I am looking for the culprit. If you wish to exchange information, meet me at the graveyard at midnight. And I am willing to share. I am willing to share what I have. But come alone. So far you're the only one that I've seen that's willing to overlook the fact that I'm a Tiefling.
I'm willing to overlook a lot of things. The fact that you're a Tiefling does not entitle you to a life of misery. You were born that way. Not much of a choice there, of your descendants or your lineage. And you've shown, here in your strength and with your group of friends, that you fight for the greater good, not for the destruction of the world. We will talk. If you have information to share, I have my own. I will collect what I have, and I'll meet you in the graveyard tonight. I will bring all the information I can gather.
That's fair enough. Then I will see you at midnight.
I will see you as well. So he heads to the rest of this party and start to talk about strategies. You return to your friends, and as you wait, you hear Wuta screaming for the flaming banner to wash up, and you hear the gates open. The other side, they walk up the steps as the gate closed. The flaming banner is there in the middle of the arena, as they are meant to face a drake, a fire drake, against them, and they're a bit perplexed as they were able to find a drake, but nonetheless, they fight it and use their strategy to subdue the creature, using weaponry and chains, and a few spells they can muster. You try and stop the creature from having total movement in terrain. Taking a hint from how you guys fought, they were able to knock down the creature, take one of its wings, and then sever its neck, wounding it to the point where its final blow. Yep. What? The flaming banner is fighting a drake, and they were able to subdue and contain the creature. As they dispersed around it, keeping it busy from every angle, they were able to knock it down, wound one of its wings, hurt it enough for the creature to be unable to combat. And then Kyria deals the final blow, killing the drake, as the people acclaim and scream in celebration. as everybody has vested their beasts, except for, the Brotherhood of the Singing Drake, which were defeated by Hillbilly Joe. So, as you hear the people singing and praising, they call for the three remaining groups, the Wild Bats and the Griffic Nomads, to come up to the arena. You are called in to be in front of the king. And you hear the people cheering and acclamating. The king stands up in front of the ring, and he looks at the people. My people, you see here, 3 valiant warriors, groups, and protectors of this realm. Remember their names, for they are the ones who will be protecting us in the future. Will I count with you and your strength to protect this kingdom from threats known and unknown?
That's a good question.
I'm gonna take this one. I'm just going to signal for the group to take a knee, as since technically we're before the king, and one thing that we're trying to do is not raise suspicion of anything.
Yeah.
So, without taking off the hood, you just signal everyone to take a knee, and then I take a knee myself, and just say, "Certainly, my king."
The flaming banner as well, take a knee, follow your initiative. You can count on us, king. We will fight and bear arms to defend the kingdom and the darkness that looms near. The wild bats, take a knee as well. You can count on our ravagery and wild bats. We will defend the kingdom, high mountains, or the underdogs down below. Well said. My Dorian friends, my siblings, my subjugates, I give you the champions of the Hero Festival. Rejoice! And you hear the people scream and shout as ferrets and banners start flying everywhere. And a celebration begins as you start to hear trumpets and bards start to sing praise for the adventurers.
Well, that was easy.
Yeah. The celebration begins, and the king is taken elsewhere with Wutaz and the Drow. You are escorted outside of the arena. As you are leaving the arena, there is a helper waiting for the whole party outside. It's like, hello. My name is not of importance, but I have this letter of invitation for the 3 parties, the Griffics, the Bats, and the Flaming Banners. And he hands the letter of invitation for all 3 of you. The invitation is not for tonight, but for the next night. It is a gala of sorts, where you're invited to the king's mansion, or the king's, the castle itself. The king cordially invites all members of the groups to partake in a gala-like event, to mingle and talk around amongst yourselves. Sure, the king has a few words to share with you all as well. Now, you'll excuse me, I have other things to do. And he, disappears into the crowd. You have your letter. It is addressed to the whole party. The gala is for tomorrow night, where you're able to take the night for yourselves. And so you have the evening tonight to do anything. Right now, there's a bit of a celebration. Most activities are either discontinued because one of them destroyed the bull machine, but the other activities are still around if you want to do those again, or just, mingle. Maybe talk to other NPCs or try to get a feel around stuff.
Is Fiend around?
Yes, she is. Yes, she is.
I was gonna say something, but oh god. Well, I go to her. Whatever. I was gonna say a meme, but I can't really say a meme. I just go to her.
Question is, does Eileen know this?
Yes. You notice as Orgas just looks at Fiend and practically walks towards her.
Gusta la carne del diablo.
I'm gonna pretend to clear my throat and just say,
Mhm.
well, what do we have here?
Oh, the big dummy that can love. The orc has the audacity to love. That is insanity.
Well.
So I go to Fiend.
Alright. You go to Fiend, and Fiend, is talking with her allies, huddling around talking amongst themselves as you walk up beside her. Not really behind her, but beside her. She notices your giant clanking presence as you get close, and she turns to you with these eyes and turns to you and says, well, hello,
Oh
guy.
god, my eyes! I have to avert. I'll be seducted by this enchantress.
While that happens, I'm just going to nudge the rest of the group and just point in.
Such a
in
fucking
Orga's general direction.
Mm.
Okay, that was a fine victory, Fiend. Congratulations on winning it.
Thank you. You weren't bad yourself. You were able to best the beast before it could land any more strikes. That's high
Yeah, that
praise.
tends to happen when you're August.
I'd assume. So,
There's no challenge big enough for me, as you know.
well.
And I'm just in the back laughter.
Yeah. Well, that's not to say that we didn't test that theory. But do you have any plans tonight, or do you have time to spend?
Yeah, I have to do some nightly prayers. I have to talk to Eldath. Maybe I have to sharpen my war pick. Stuff like very minuscule stuff I have to do. But yeah, I think I have time. I can fit you in.
Oh. Okay. Well, I'm going to be around, so if you want to find me, you know where to find me. And she, caresses your shin, and she walks away with the party.
I turn around,
Yeah.
and the first person I see is Aline.
Yeah.
And she's just I'm just with a smirk from side to side, looking.
Con permiso.
I go from this stupid smile to a
Yeah. Hmm.
I say misunderstanding.
Big boy, I doubt that is a misunderstanding. I saw everything from the beginning to the end.
Listen, we're going to pray. To hell with that. Fucking hell, I'm sorry. I broke character to laugh.
That's fine.
Please make sure you do not go too rough on your prayers.
Hey, listen, there is no prayers rough enough for Eldath, okay? I'm pretty sure Eldath will be fine, whatever I say.
Tengo una
Considering that I don't want to talk to her for a while after our last conversation. That was weird as hell.
Ay, ¿dónde aquí? Donde la diosa aprobó su relación.
Oh,
Why do I feel like this motherly love rubbing on my shoulder. I look over my shoulder. I see nothing. Obviously, I can't fucking tell how that is next to me, just smiling like Angel smiling right now.
Ángel, tengo una petición
Sobre.
que como ya terminamos la pelea, ya mismo son las 10, Cora y Alexis tienen que levantarse temprano mañana.
Yep.
Si terminamos la sesión aquí,
I mean, we
That
can.
would be the
Longer.
I mean, we
yo
can.
puedo acabar-
We can end it right here y continuarlo
We
mañana.
can finish it.
El próximo.
I just
We can finish
needs
it.
to go at 11.
Okay.
Alexis needs to go at 11, so 10:30.
We can finish it after I go to the graveyard. Because
Okay.
ironically, I never expected my character not to want to jump at the opportunity of killing somebody from the Sun Banner. So.
Yeah.
Por lo
So,
menos lo traje a colación, el grupo habló, pues vamos a ir.
all right, we're gonna keep going for a bit,
1 minute.
just a tad.
Okay.
Just a tad.
Anyway,
That's fine.
So I just look at the group and say, so I am going to. I have a couple things to do. I have to go back to the library for a minute. Just don't get into trouble. Well, don't get into too much trouble.
Okay. Well, I'm just going back to the stables and check on the baby griffin, and Varys just walks away directly to the baby griffin. You guys redirect yourselves to do your tasks or your daily activities, your minor activities that we don't really talk about, like fixing some stuff, getting some grub, stuff like that. Aileen, you head to the library to recollect the information you found and gathered. You got something to do? Okay.
Me gustaría poder conseguir ropa para la gala.
Oh, that is an activity you could do, yeah, before we end the session, so we get that
That is
out of the
something that
window
I have to do.
as well.
The gala is at night, right?
Yes. It
Excellent.
is.
Then I have all day tomorrow then.
That you do. So, you head towards the library before they close. You were able to gather all the information you've collected previously. You've had a notebook where you've had most information, but you took out other books as well. You tell the
Also,
librarian what you're doing.
Also, what I'm going to basically notify the librarian both about the name of the tiefling that they mentioned and about
Okay.
the fact that I'm going to the graveyard to recollect more information. And it's like basically kind of giving him a warning in case I don't return.
Okay. Okay. So,
And then I
sorry.
continue.
No worries. So you give him all this information. We're gonna skip through the whole RP thing.
Yeah.
You give him this information to the librarian. He, alright, writes the name down, vague description of who this character is. Gives you all the information, you collect everything, and you head to the graveyard. After a few hours of recollection, you head there. It's getting dark as it's reaching now past dusk, I believe, or dawn, I believe. I don't know my time names. You reach by the name.
Yeah.
I forget
past
my
dusk.
brain right now. It's past dusk. Okay, so you get to the cemetery. It is getting night now, too dark to do anything. And in the middle of the cemetery is, standing between some stones and stuff, and he's looking at a tomb as you get up close to him. He
Before I
still
get
has his
close to
blade and
him,
everything. Yeah.
Is my question is the Raven familiar with me?
He's always with you, even if you
Alright.
don't call him. He's always really next to you.
Alright.
Or
So what I'm gonna tell him is that before we enter the cemetery, I am going to tell him to fly above and basically like stay around and see if he finds anyone else around the area, and that like as soon as I get there, as soon as I like get to the meeting spot, if he sees anyone else, to warn me.
Okay.
Because despite me trying to seek information, I still don't trust this person.
Okay. You send your raven out. I'm going to ask you to roll for your raven's perception check. Aileen's, that's extras. Raven. The raven's perception is a +3.
3?
3, yes.
Alright.
Wait.
Change. I'm rolling a d20.
D20 +3, yes.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's not too promising. That's a 5 + 3, 8.
Okay. 8. Well,
Yeah.
the raven flies around with what little visibility there is in the area, scouts around most of the cemetery, and says everything seems clear. I don't see anybody.
That's fair enough. So I approach the gravestone that he's standing by.
Yeah.
And let my presence be known.
All right. So you walk up to Kyria, sorry. And Kyria notices your presence.
A couple letters off from being a Death Note reference.
Yeah. He's gives like his final prayer to the tomb and turns to you. No. So you found your way.
Well, I have been here once or twice.
I see. Well, I checked around the area and I made sure no one was following me.
I sent my familiar ahead. There should be no one else. But let me warn you, we may be dealing with something greater than ourselves.
That is what I fear.
That is what I've discovered so far. What I'm going to do is take him to the underground temple where I saw, well, the massacre.
Alright.
To basically show him what I saw.
So you take him to what would be the Raven's, I see Raven's home, the Raven Queen's temple here in the cemetery. You breach the door, the dust just fills the air, and the scent of decaying bodies hits both as he's been decaying for a while now.
Yeah,
Why hasn't anybody recovered the bodies?
There's something that I've been trying to get. I've been trying to come up with an idea to make it a permanent burial site. It used to be a temple, but I don't think we can use this anymore.
Not until it's cleansed. At least.
No, I believe it will be a better idea to just make it their final resting place.
I guess
I will
that's
not
up to
want
your
to
sisters.
I will not want to disturb them. I would love to give them a proper burial. I will not want to disturb their slumber now.
Of course. This is what happens to your sisters here.
Yes, it's something that I found when I arrived at the city. And for what I've gathered, the elemental cult of fire is behind this, or one of the perpetrators behind this.
Seems it was one of her lieutenants. She touches the wall and caresses the wounds created from the battle. It's one of her lieutenants that likes to use weaker creatures and push them around. I forgot his name.
It will make sense given that I found a goblin corpse amongst the bodies, which is unusual for it to be here. What I'm going to do is basically pull out the ledger
Mm-hmm.
and open it to basically start sharing information and show what I've gathered so far, while simultaneously omitting any possible information as to the whereabouts of the Temple of the Raven Queen that I've been contacting recently. Because since I still don't trust him, I don't want to give away such an important location or important information that could compromise the other temples.
Alright. You give the information without detailing anything about the Raven Queen in particular. He takes a moment as he analyzes the room with you, and reanalyzes it and with his own eyes. He looks around and sees one of the goblin bodies, and as you finish explaining everything, he gets up, cleans a bit of his knees, and turns to you. Seems about right. The cult of elemental evil is a threat that was previously taken care of, but it seems the resurgence of this cult has emerged again. This particular massacre was handled by one of the elemental evil's lieutenants. If I recall, he went by Ember Giller. He's the one responsible for the death of your sisters here. What he was looking for, I do not know. But whatever it was is not good.
Something. I also wonder that. It eludes me, given the fact that most of everything was destroyed. I found some information that was left behind. I guess they didn't deem it as. But still, I have done extensive research into the opposing cults.
I see.
Right now I'm trying to find any more information, though it is becoming difficult. It seems as if they are trying to erase their tracks by eliminating any record they have.
That is a valid tactic.
They erase themselves.
From his...
It is as if they erase themselves from existence to keep themselves hidden. And I'm afraid that whatever they may have, whatever they may be looking, it's hidden in one of the ancient vaults.
Ancient vaults. He thinks for himself for a minute. Looks around the room to see if he spots anything out of the ordinary. Landing on a 18. He looks around, darts around the room, and notices that one of the bookcases on the floor, there's a trail. As if the bookcase was pushed. He moves on to the shelf and asks for your help. And as you both move the case to the side, there is a document of sorts. Teared, of course. But most of the information is there. When you analyze through the papers, it mentions a vault. A hidden vault in what was previously the city. Before it expanded its borders, there was a vault that was hidden underground of a big building, protecting it from outsiders and practically erasing it from history. Only a few people of high renown knows of the vault's existence. The map is faded, so you can't really tell where it is, but the information dictates that whatever they were looking for was something near this information. They left it behind because he deemed it unusable. But you might find use in it.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to carefully roll up the map.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put it in my bag. Wait, first of all, before I even do that, how big is the damn thing?
It's big as like this practically is.
All right, so it's parchment sized.
It's
like,
parchment, yeah.
I was about to roll it, but I'm then wait. It's like we're in a medieval setting. Sometimes they made maps that were as big as the fucking walls. So
Yeah.
Like, let me ask first. Anyway.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I am going to roll up the map and put it carefully so it doesn't break any further or anything.
Okay.
Into my bag. Then
All right.
I am going to turn to him. I'm still technically clothed, and I'm going to ask him if he knows anything or if he was part of the massacre that happened in my kingdom. I'm not going to reveal.
Yeah. You mentioned massacre, and that's enough to trigger a change in his stance. He has a helmet, so you can't really see his face, but you see his body shift for a second. That was brothers from the kingdom up north. It wasn't a church, but it was made by the Sultan's men. I only learned after the massacre started and ended. If I was there, I would have stopped them. But I can tell you this much. Why these massacres started. Who was responsible for them to start in the first place. And why they're hunting down tieflings. You know, sultans have nobles. The nobles in that region goes by pashas. Noblemen with too much wealth on their hands. This nobleman, this pasha, had a concubine, a tiefling. One of his many lovers. But he venerated her and wanted to give her everything. But it seemed to her that wasn't enough. To her, money was just that. She wanted power, not wealth. So in a night of fury, when she was done with Pasha, she set the whole estate on fire, locking him inside and killing him. The Sultan, in a fit of fury, with the little information they gave him, he issued an order to kill every tiefling in the region. This tiefling, this woman, was Bannifer.
I'm gonna take a deep sigh. I'm gonna take you at your word for this. For these men not also massacred tieflings, but also everyone that was related to them to an extent.
The orders were not clear. In fact, I didn't listen to them until we captured the men, at least some of them. They were ordered to kill, apprehend, just get rid of all tieflings, and those who helped them.
See it. Filled me with rage, to be honest.
I
To be
understand.
honest, it filled me with absolute rage.
Understand.
Not only did they kill innocents, people that had nothing to do with it, but they also killed the only people I ever called my family. I'm not going to say that I didn't. Here, she's going to hold it. I'm not going to say that I didn't judge you at first, by the banners and the colors that you wear. But your previous approach gave me a different idea about you. And it seems I was right. For now, this is all the information that I have. I'm going to keep researching what I can, finding information about this map. If we can prevent anything from happening, I'll be glad, because for the seeing the information that I've gathered, I believe that they may be trying to revive an ancient evil god, and if it is true, we're all in a lot of trouble.
Cults and bringing gods. Don't we have enough?
Some people just want to watch the world burn. It is
Some people just want to get revenge on the world. They feel they are owed that much. But that's not the way. Well,
It's up to us to stop them.
it's up to us to stop them from making their own mistakes. I will tell my friends what I've found and discovered, and thank you for your information. I hope what I've given you is equal in worth, if not the same. I will tell my brothers what I found here. Then I will investigate this area. If there is cult activity here, then it must be stopped. I will reach you if I find anything.
If you find anything, we will meet after the ball, 2 days from now, at midnight again. Same place. Well, it may raise suspicion if anyone saw us come. We're technically at home advantage because we know the surroundings.
We'll meet at the gala.
Anyone who's we'll meet at the gala, and then we'll coordinate any further meetings if anything happens.
Of course. I will meet you then. You two proceed to head out of the graveyard and part your ways, heading into each direction into the city. You head directly to the inn, and you meet your party there. Your friends, Mito, Astrea, maybe Orgast if he's still awake or busy doing something else.
Very busy.
There. Very busy.
Praying.
Yes, praying.
Please do not make those prayers too rough.
Definitely.
Yes.
I will. I will.
Yes?
I will.
You will.
¿Qué vas a hacer? Habla, te están dando espacio.
To basically
You
start the
can-
encounter.
Okay.
I'm going to meet anyone that's at the pub area of the inn,
Mhm.
and I am going to share the information that I've gathered tonight,
Okay.
including basically my meeting with the knight. I'm going to basically say I still don't trust fully, but I believe he may be different from the ones that killed the librarians before.
Of course. That's fine. You tell this information, you share it with your party, everything you've learned and figured out. As you are talking and amongst yourselves, you hear a bit of a commotion downstairs as someone is having a fight with some person downstairs. Whoever's downstairs, I'm guessing either Vers or Orgast, I don't know if... No, Orgast is not here. So either Mito or Estrella, prácticamente. You hear fighting downstairs in the tavern below.
Wait, us?
No.
Yeah, everybody in the tavern, being Aileen, Mito, and Astrea, you all hear a rustling and people like fighting. You hear tables hitting the walls and stuff like that. You hear a lot of movement below.
My the gods, what is that noise?
Yo estaba de camino a buscarme una ropa formal de gala, así que yo bajo.
Alright. You walk downstairs, and as you walk downstairs, you see an elven man wearing roguish clothes, practically holding, not on a chokehold, but holding a man's hands behind his back and pushing him against a table. And like holding him in place and saying, "Alright, this is the last time I'm telling you, stay still or I will tie you up." Come on, man. I was just trying to catch a beer. No, you're not. You're trying to get away. You're not getting away until you tell my friends what you told me. Come on, man. Just let me leave. No. And he turns to you as you guys are walking down the stairs, and you realize this is a friend that was with you in the beginnings of the adventure.
The friends that were with us at the beginning of our adventure.
Mm-hmm. Real beginning.
Estás hablando de vuelta en el puerto.
Yes.
Oh damn, that's a good question.
Mael. The rogue.
Es que a mí se me olvidó que Mael se fue del grupo.
Él está en la ciudad, but he's still like around. It's like holding down a person, and it's like, "Hey, how's it going, friends? Been a while. Heard you guys won a tournament. Good on you."
The gods, Mail. By the gods, Mail. What are you doing?
How you been?
"Oh, been fine." And he holds a hand by the other one, takes a glass, drinks a bit. "Just doing a citizen's arrest. Our friend here, Mr. Ryle Luck, was escaping, and I brought him in because he told me something really interesting that I wanted you guys to hear." "Friend, come on, you're hurting me." Nah, I'm not letting loose."
I'm not in a hurry of letting him loose.
I'm going to approach him before you potentially hurt him or spill any potential good information. What has he done that's invoked your ire?
Well, he, for one, is a wanted man, and secondly, he told me something that was really interesting. Something about a certain prince being in danger. Now, Mr. Luck, would you like to tell them what you told me? Yes, I would like to tell them face to face, if you wouldn't mind. Fine, but you're not going anywhere. He lets go, and the man gets let go, and he turns around, and you look at him. He's a tall man with a bit of refine to his posture and everything. He is a tiefling, a blue-skinned tiefling, and he sits on the stool, leaning his back against the table. "Well, you caught me, might as well just serve my sentence, right? Just say what you said." Alright, friends.
Tú dices, serve my sentence, mi primera reacción es, what did you do?
Well, I am...
Está arrestado, ¿verdad?
Mael prácticamente tiene la mano en su hombro, so he can't really move. Like, if he tries, Mael's just gonna push him down, or worse, punch him in the face. So he's just there, just... like...
chilling.
Trying not to get punched in the face again. So he's like, "Well, where do I start from the beginning?" "From the beginning? That's so long ago." "Just tell them what you... Okay. Alright. Yes, my name is Ryle Luck. I am a person of a various skill set, and I lastly stole some things from a very, very, very powerful man. And in my attempt to
No, I
escape
understand.
and make some friends, I heard of a certain danger coming to a certain prince of this kingdom.
Look at
Say
him
the
and
what?
I'm just going to look at him and say, listen
Wait.
here.
Tú estás en el
Hold on a
área por
second, I want
empezar.
All of you are together. Orgas is the only one that isn't there because he's praying.
Okay.
like,
Very
what
holistic
I'm
praying.
going to do, what I'm going to do is basically look at him, say, well, listen here. I've had a long day. I've had a lot of stuff to do, and information is as valuable as coin for me. So you may want to be direct with your information. Sometimes I tend to lose my patience. And trust me, you'd rather him lose his patience over me.
Well, I will take account in that. But what do I get from giving you this information? Do you perhaps let me go? Or...
I am going to use intimidation for this one.
Go ahead.
What I'm going to do is pull out the blade and just say, you get your soul not eaten by a cursed blade. How does that sound for you?
Roll your intimidation.
That's it.
I hope my hellish face is healthy here. Fuck! It's a
What'd
7.
you roll? 7? Okay.
Yeah.
Plus your charisma.
Wait, plus charisma? I forgot about that. Oh shit.
Intimidation.
Charisma's
It's a
a
plus
4.
7. Your intimidation
Oh,
is advantage, so you have a plus 7. So you have 14. And you see him go, yes, understandable. He pushes the blade slightly. I will be as direct as possible without alerting the people.
Los dos están como que vas a sacar la foto, no sé.
Without alerting the people around this area.
As a matter of fact,
Yeah.
if you don't want to alert the people, then I have a better place for us to talk. Then I just look at the ranger, bring him to my room. If secrecy is needed, then secrecy will be had.
Okay, well, I don't usually go to a lady's room without invitation, so let's head on up, and it gets pushed by Miles. Just stop it with the comments already, and pushes him up the steps to your room. You will close the door, everybody's inside, he's pushed to the bed, and Miles stays close. It's like, oh. Very, very comfy bed. Okay. Okay. The king. The king's prince, his son, Prince Dorian, seems to have been targeted for assassination by a very illicit group of people. They seem to be targeting him for political reasons. I do not know the whole reasons, I only heard the conversation, but they were really serious about killing Mr. Hernandez Dorian.
Would you recognize the people that you heard talking?
Well, there were a few, though I'm pretty sure Mile already took care of some of them. Some of them have been already given to the police chief. This is the one that got away, so I caught him, and when he told me this information, I brought him directly to you guys. Because it seems that I can't trust everybody. As he says, there is a spy amongst them. And if they catch wind that they know about the assassination attempt, they will just kick up the schedule. Or do it on more drastic means. So we
short,
have the advantage
There's a-
if we keep this information between us or people of trust.
then in short, there's a high possibility that the people that you just handed in are either being tortured or dead.
There is a chance that they are either. The people that were with him were lower thieves, as the captain told me. But him, he's a con man. Convict. Hey now, I'm more than just a convict or a con man. You are just that, and that alone to my eyes. You wound me. As I said, the assassins will attempt to kill the prince. And last I heard, their detonation attempt is tomorrow. Around night. They didn't really specify, all they said that tomorrow is the night.
To assassinate the prince during the ball.
There's a ball? I was assassinating invited.
No, you are not invited, but you will certainly be useful. So I look at Mail and say, you're going to have to get him a pretty nice looking suit, because he's going to serve us as information.
I'm sorry, am I going with you to this gala?
Both of you are coming.
Figured as much.
As a matter of fact, I need you to both to go into hiding tonight. If there's even a smallest possibility that his friends are dead, then that will not only target him, but the person that took him, you.
I see. You have a valid point. Best to cover our tracks than to leave ourselves defenseless.
Exactly. To be honest, I hate to admit this, but at this point, even us, we may be getting targeted. But the only advantage is that we have the invitation to Gala. The king is expecting us. They can't really do much. Plus, they've seen what we can do, and they have yet to know everything that we can do.
Of course.
They can take such risks. That will mean uncovering themselves and putting the whole scheme at risk.
Might I add that this information came from a certain house. One of the noble houses, in fact. This came from Gladevale, one of his soldiers at least. But those soldiers are really loyal, so either they're following the house's orders, or someone is pushing them to do some of these illicit actions.
Yeah, some of us are not going to sleep too much tonight. Right. Seen as the information that we've been given, I look at Mito and the rest of them, and I just basically like tell them with a glance, we're not sleeping much tonight. Don't get comfortable. We have work to do.
You practically separate from this room conversation. Mael takes Rylock with him to another area. He doesn't really even tell you guys, so you guys don't get extorted for the information. And he just disappears into the night with this character. And you guys are left into your rooms. It is really late right now at Mito and Astrea, so you can't really go costume shopping or clothing shopping. You could do that later, once we play the next session. which Aileen will also be going for her suit or whatever, so will Varys and Orgast, because everybody needs a suit. At least fancy clothing suit.
Ironically, my character is a female, but yeah, I'm going for a suit.
That's fine. That's fine. You're just gonna stand
No,
out.
it's that when I designed her for the first time, I actually gave her a suit.
Nice. That's fine. Like, really, it's a style. People are gonna look because they're gonna be like, what the fuck is she wearing? And others are gonna be like, God damn! Look at that thunder thighs. Anyway, so you you head to bed and proceed to prepare for tomorrow's adventure. And so as everybody heads to bed and the night closes, we will be ending the session here.
An assassination mystery. This is getting interesting.
Yes. I'm gonna stop this.
It's like what I was expecting was basically Eileen going into a bloody rage. Basically kind of reclassing from warlock to barbarian and assassinating a whole fucking group.
Ah, bueno.
But then you flip the script on me.
I flipped the script? Well, I gave you a target now. You have names now.
So,
You have two names. Bannifer and Ember Giller are the two names I gave you.
not only that, but now we're attacking a noble house, so
You may be attacking a noble house, or vice versa, stopping a noble house from taking action.
I am going to do some. It's like the first thing I'm going to do tomorrow is basically go out into the town and start shopping.
Okay. Perfect. So, that is all for today, everybody. I hope you guys had fun. This was a short, 2 hours and 30 minutes of a session?
Oh my god, a short session?
A short session?
That's unheard of.
That's unheard of for me. It's particular. God damn, I usually go for 4 or more.
Maybe it's because we did the battle scene very quickly.
Oh yeah, because we started with the battle and ended it with an after. But yeah.
It's like, if you want to measure just how good it was, just when you're watching the video, rewind to a couple minutes after I basically killed the giant. When certain person's camera pops alive for like a couple minutes.
Yeah. Like, holy shit.
I said before, if only you could see my face, and then I thought, no, they have to see my face.
Yeah.
Literally, I'm like,
yeah, it's a good session. This was interesting, and the enemy was taken down to 1 hit point the moment you were going to attack. So it didn't matter how much damage you were going to give. You were going to kill him. So that was the whole point. But yeah, this has been a very successful session. Very informative, as has given you background and stuff about this said enemy and why certain things happened.
It's like before there was hatred, but now there's hatreds and targets.
Yes. Now I have somewhere to point my blade towards. Yes, I am glad to give you that. And you would find it surprising how I made the connection to the campaigns, because this is practically an elemental evil campaign.
I kind of noticed because in the previous session that I played, when I started searching in the catacombs, when I rolled for perception and for investigation, you told me that there was nothing, and suddenly this guy comes and finds a fucking movable.
That's because if I recall, when you rolled for your perception and investigations, you rolled low. You rolled like 10 or 12, but not 15.
I think
if I recall,
was kind of high.
You did find documentations. You just did not find that in particular. So with his help there, you found more information detailing where you need to head next, eventually. But yeah, Now you have targets. Now you have more targets to put your wrath at, and you guys have a murder to stop. So, good luck to you guys for next session, and I hope everybody's here, including Jumpy.
I mean,
But Jumpy is
I
scheduled.
didn't do much at the end there.
Well, you didn't want to. You were busy praying.
Somebody is
Listen, come on, that's not fair. That's not fair. I had
You are.
very busy religious things to get to, and obviously I couldn't attend to the fun stuff.
Well,
religious business.
you'll hear about the stuff later. So will Varys. Varys wasn't even paying attention at that point because he was, again, trying to spend as much time with the baby griffin as possible because of what Wutas told the party.
Ese cabrón.
Jumpy doesn't even know. He hasn't seen the videos. But that should be really, really interesting. So, yeah. Lo dejo ahora ahí, and I hope this was really informative and entertaining, and let's hope by next session we can play with everybody.